Hello, this is Pastor Larry. I normally do these walk and talks, but I guess I'm going to do a sit and talk today. Anyhow, I want to talk to us about drawing Social Security, all right? I'm going to be 62 this month in December, and I filed for my Social Security, which I was approved. But, you know, when you draw early, you take a 30% penalty, which I feel is reasonable at this point in time because by 2033, I think Social Security is supposed to be estimated to go broke by the budget office, the government budget office. And there's an automatic, like another 23% cut coming by law. But anyhow, so since I've filed for my Social Security, I've learned a lot of different things. And they sent me a letter telling me I was approved. And during the application process, I told them that, you know, what was my yearly estimated income for next year in 2025, because I don't get my first Social Security check until February because they hold a month back. And there's different reasons for that, but basically, they hope you're going to die before you start collecting your check. But anyhow, so I got approved, and I told them I was planning on making $23,000. Now, Social Security allows you to make $23,400 in next 2020 year 2025. That's every year it goes up a little bit, but they divide that up by 12 months. So they're telling you that you can't make more than $19.50 per month. Even though I don't think that's the law, I think that's just their rule. And that's the problem with our government. These agencies, they just make up their own rules. So if you decide to make $23,000, and if you make $23,000 in 1 month income, they'll just hold that check, I guess. I don't know. And then they couldn't make nothing more the rest of the year, but they divide it up to $19.50 a month. That's what you can make. Or they will start pulling back, or you'll start, for every $1 over $23,400, you have, for every $2, I'm sorry, every $2 over the maximum amount of $23,400, they pull back $1 of your Social Security. And that's at the age of 62. Now, if you wait till full retirement age of 67, there's none of those penalties, okay? So I can understand why they would penalize you for drawing it early, because you're drawing it 5 years early and the law allows that, but limiting your income, in my opinion, is discrimination, because at 67, you're not limited on your income. But at 62, you are. But you're already being penalized 30% of your income on Social Security for drawing it early. So you're getting penalized twice. So you're being discriminated on because of your age, and you're being discriminated on because of your financial condition. In other words, you're not rich, okay? Because if you were rich, you could wait until you were 67 to draw your Social Security, because it wouldn't matter, because you had plenty of money to live off of. But in my situation, you know, I want to draw my Social Security early because I have a small pension and I got to keep working. I'm just tired of working. I've been working since I was 17 years old when I joined the Army, and I've been paying into the Social Security system for all this time. But so I'm at that point, you know, looking at the big picture, Social Security going broke. And I said, you know, well, I'm not going to wait till I'm 67, because inflation is eating away at the value of our dollar. It's destroying the purchasing power of our money. So the longer I wait, the less it's going to be worth. Plus, it's going broke. So I figure now would be the time to just go ahead and draw it. I can survive on my pension and the Social Security, but I don't have any savings You know what I'm saying? I don't have $1 million in the bank. I don't have $100,000 in the bank. I got some property that's worth a little bit of money, but that's it. You know, I got a couple $1,000s in savings, but you know, so I was hoping to keep working, you know, draw my Social Security, and you know, help me financially, you know, with inflation, continue to work, but you know, working part-time, you know, only making $19.50 a month, kind of boxes you in and limits your financial capacity. And that, in my opinion, is discriminatory, because at 67, you don't have to worry about all that. So at 62, if you draw early, you're being penalized 30%, and they're limiting your income, which to me isn't right. That's very unjust, okay? Because if you're poor or in low middle income, then you know you're limiting my ability to continue to save for my retirement after 67, until 67, okay? So right now I'm in decent health, and I got, you know, 5 years before I'm 67. I don't know what's going to happen to me in 5 years. I might have a massive heart attack, and then I can't work at 67. And now I'm locked in to the 62 Social Security amount because I drew it early, and I can't refile and claim the disability, because somebody if you get disabled before 62, they calculate what your income, what your Social Security would be at 67, okay? They don't calculate your social, if you get disabled before 62, they don't calculate your Social Security at 62. They calculate your security disability at 67. So you get, if you're disabled, let's say somebody didn't take care of their body, you know, they ate junk food all their life, and they just, you know, ruined their health, diabetic or whatever, and they become disabled, before 62, they're able to draw their full they estimate how much you would draw at 67 if you kept working, and so they're able to draw the full Social Security amount at 67, even at your current rate. You know what I'm saying? So if they were to multiply your current rate of income out to 67, they would estimate what your full Social Security amount would be at 67. And as a disabled person, you get to draw on 67, not 62. So at 62, they're penalizing you 30%, and I'm in good health, and then they discriminate me against my income, how much income I can make, because I'm 62 and not 67. So we need to change that. I mean, think about this. If I continue to work at 62, and I've never been a high dollar earner anyhow. You know, the most I think I've ever made as a working man is about $45,000 a year, okay? So $45,000 does not put me in a very high tax bracket, all right? So, but put me down to 23,000, like for instance, I have a job right now, and as a security officer in a hospital, it's a pretty easy job, but I have to go part-time because my current income puts me at $32,000 a year. So I got to take a cut of almost $8,000, $9,000, and to draw my Social Security, which is worth, you know, a little bit more than that. And so, and then if I continue to work, you know, that's gonna give me more income than I've ever made with my pension, because I'll work, and then I'll have the Social Security, and then I'll have my job, if they let me keep my job at $23,400 or $1,950 a month. If they let me keep my job, then, you know, that's gonna raise my income. That's another reason why I'm doing it. And then I'm working part-time. I'm not even working full-time. I'm only working about 100 hours a month. So, you know, but Social Security and our government punishes the poor, the middle class, and the healthy. So we need to change that. We need to. I don't know if there's an organization out there that's considered all this stuff, and maybe I'm looking for a lawyer, maybe to go pro bono. We can maybe we can get a group of elderly people or somebody in my age group and sue the government. I think we have a case against the Social Security Administration and that law that discriminates against 62-year-olds and limiting their income from 62 to 67 based on your age. You're already being penalized because you're drawing it early by 30% at 62, and it's less as you wait longer, but nevertheless, you're still taking a penalty. But then they discriminate against you based on your age by not allowing you to work full time or make more than $23,400 a year in 2025. And when you think about it, it's really stupid, because the more money I make as a Social Security receiver, I'm paying my own Social Security. So that's really just kind of shoring up the Social Security bank account. You know what I'm saying? It's if I'm paying into Social Security because I'm working full time or making more than $23,400 a year, I'm actually supporting the Social Security system and helping it survive longer, even though I'm drawing a check, because the check is being supplemented by my taxes. So anyhow, the whole system is unjust. And what really burns me, and the reason the whole thing is going broke, is because these corrupt politicians have been spending our money ever since the Reagan administration. It's the Social Security income. That money was supposed to go into an investment account or some kind of government account that wasn't supposed to be touched. They passed laws during the Reagan administration that allowed them to take that money and use it for their projects and give it an IOU. They put an IOU in the Social Security Trust Fund. They weren't supposed to touch it. When that was first set up, that money was supposed to stay in there and just, accumulate interest or whatever. But now they robbed that Social Security under the administration. They robbed that Social Security Trust Fund under the Reagan administration. So now it's broke. And we're $36 trillion in debt. All right? $36 trillion debt. And the biggest expenditures of our government is Social Security and Medicare. So why would you limit how much a pensioner works, no matter what their age is? Why would you limit that? Because even though they're drawing Social Security, they're still paying into the system. They're paying into the system to shore it up. Government doesn't make any sense, man. That's why we gotta get rid of these politicians, man. These crony rhinos and these dirty Democrats, man. We got to get rid of them, man, and put new people in there, smart people. Hopefully, Doge can actually accomplish something and shrink the size of our government. But, and there's a whole lot of other things I could talk about, the corruption of the disability programs that's in Social Security. I've seen it firsthand. I work construction, and I was working with a guy one time putting a roof on a building, and this guy had, unbeknownst to me, he had filed a Social Security disability claim, and he's up on the roof working, right, putting on a metal roof, and he gets a call from the Social Security Administration, said that his disability was finally approved, and so he said he had to quit, and he got down off the roof and said, and he's going to get a big check because they don't approve you the first time you file for disability. It's going to be at least a year out, so you get all that money that from the date that you filed, and when you finally get approved, you get all that back pay. What a waste, man. What a waste. And here this guy is working on a roof, making money with a Social Security disability claim, and then he gets the call, you've been approved, so then he stops working so he can draw his Social Security the rest of his life. And he wasn't even 60 yet. He was in maybe his mid-40s, okay? So he's going to be drawing that for a very long time. All right. The unjust, corrupt Social Security program does need to be reformed, but it needs to be reformed in favor of those that are working, okay? You shouldn't penalize somebody based on their age. Yes, I can understand drawing it early, but there should be no limits to any income. It's a discrimination, and that's what this video has been all about. So if you agree with me, let me know in the comments. If you have any other opinion or any other ideas about what we can do to change it, please share your information. Share that information in the comments. And if there's any lawyers out there, if there's any organizations out there that thinks that we can take this to the Supreme Court and beat it and show that it's unjust and that it's discriminatory. So I'd love to have your information. I'd love to file that complaint with you. All right. God bless. It's been Pastor Larry. Just want to share what's on my heart, man. I'm so aggravated. Oh, yeah, the best part. So I get my letter saying that I'm approved, all right? But they're going to hold back my first month check because I said I'm going to make $23,000 in the year 2025. What? It makes no sense. Why? You allow me to make $23,400 a year, and so I put on the application that I'm going to try to earn it's estimated to earn $23,000 a year, and then they say, yeah, we approve your Social Security, but we're going to hold back your first check until we see what you're going to make. What if I worked for myself? What if I get laid off and I don't get my part-time job? So why you're again, they're sanctioning me for income that I haven't even earned yet. So it's crazy, folks. The trial of trying to get your Social Security, man, it's bizarre. Anyhow, again, leave your thoughts, your comments. Give us a thumb up if you like the video. All right, God bless. Bye-bye.